Hey guys, press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Pinkvilla.
Warmth, grace, elegance, and gorgeous. These are just a few adjectives that I can think of with the person sitting right next to me. I know we don't need an introduction for you, but it's Deepika Padukone with Pinkvilla.
Thank you.
Deepika.
Thank you.
The first thing that I want to tell you is you can see the wedding glow in you. I mean, you were already gorgeous, but now it's just a different element altogether.
Thank you.
So, the first question that I wanted to ask you, I mean, we recently had interviewed you for Padmaavat's Success.
Yes.
And we had slyly asked you about Ranveer, asking that, do you wish to have a happy ending with Ranveer in the movies, given Ram Leela, the endings?
Yeah.
So, was that a foreshadowing of sorts from your behalf when you said that, yes, you want a happy ending with Ranveer?
I think if you had asked me that question in a professional capacity, then I very much, I think, responded in a professional capacity. Maybe marriage is something I thought of soon, maybe after we met. But even professionally, I feel like, you know, Ranveer and I do look forward to doing a film where, let's say, in a slightly more urban setting, not so tragic. So I think there was no double meaning or anything else that I meant at that point. But yes, I think a lesson learned from that is you never know how things unfold, you know, in front of you. And if you had asked me a year before if I would be married today, it probably was always on my mind, but I didn't think that it would culminate and happen. But a year later, yeah, it has.
When did you realize that Ranveer was the one you wanted to spend the rest of your life with?
I think over a period of time, because I think it's the small things that he did and the little things that he said that sort of made me believe and feel more and more that he is really the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I think the foundation of our relationship is just solid friendship. And I would think that for any successful relationship, I think that's very, very essential. And it started off on that note right from the beginning. And I think over the years that we've dated, I think it only, you know, became stronger and stronger. So I think that over a period of time, I don't think there's like one definite moment. Although my friends feel like when he was unwell, soon after we started dating, I remember he had dengue and he was unwell. And I was shooting for Finding Fanny at that time, and I would keep traveling back and forth. And his family and my friends sort of felt at that point that this was headed towards, you know, being together for life. But I don't think I had like that one definite moment. I think it's the sort of over a period of time, it just felt like the right thing.
I remember when the wedding announcement had come out and everybody went berserk, the first thought that came to my mind is the fact that after 6 years, the first time that you all confirmed your relationship was via a wedding announcement. Was that a conscious effort from both of yours? Because you all have done public appearances. It's not like you all have completely hidden the fact, but you all did hide about talking about the relationship. Was it a conscious effort from both of your part?
I think so. I think not being too public about the relationship in the initial years, I think, was definitely a conscious effort on both our parts. Because like I said earlier, when there's so much media glare and so much scrutiny on a relationship, it becomes challenging sometimes. And, you know, I think there was also so much going on in our lives at that point that we didn't need like an added thing. And I think all we were trying to do was to just protect it as much as possible, because to be very, very honest, and today, you know, now that we're married, I can say it, I think when you're in a relationship, it's very different from when you're married. And when you're still dating, things are very, very fragile. Marriage, of course, you know, it's suddenly, you know, things change. But I think we were just trying to protect it as much as possible.
We had interviewed Ranveer recently and he was in
What
a state of zen, which is very weird to say for Ranveer given his
exuberance, yeah.
But the way he just, when we asked about you, he just went, my wife. And that feeling was just something entirely different.
Yeah.
So how would you say Ranveer is as a husband now that it's been more than a month since the wedding?
I have to say that it's probably one of the best things I've done in my life. And I can't explain it. Like, I can't explain what that feeling is, but you feel whole. You feel complete. you feel grounded. And
When did you have that moment of my husband?
I think soon after the ceremony was done, on the 14th itself, I think as soon as the ceremony was done, the minute we held hands, it was different. It was not like holding my boyfriend's hand anymore. It's, he's your man for life, So I think almost instantly it happened. Yeah.
So Deepveer fans have wanted to know since a really long time, how is the proposal?
I think let's keep some things to ourselves. I think some things are very, very personal, and I think we'll leave it at that.
Your wedding undoubtedly was one of Google's most searched weddings of 2018, and Ranveer has made it a point to say that everything was you. Like whatever the preparations, everything was all under you. So what was your thought process like of how you want a wedding? Did you have like a dream wedding in mind, or was it just, we just went with the flow of how it went?
I'm someone who's always been like followed my heart, followed my gut, followed my instinct, and really followed just the way I feel at that given moment. And that's all we did. Of course, as a girl, when you think about how you want your wedding, you want a dream wedding. But I don't think I was ever specific about where it should be or how it should be. It's just that when I started started actually putting pen to paper and planning things, and it started taking form, and that's when it hits you that wow, this is actually happening. But I think honestly, just going with the flow, going with my gut, going with what I felt was pure, honest. The relationship itself has been so honest. I think another thing that really keeps us together is how honest we are with each other, and I wanted that to come through in the wedding as well. And that's why we kept it also just small and intimate, and we didn't overthink anything at all.
Which was your favorite ceremony from the entire wedding?
Again, I think we're getting into too many details. I think whatever we wanted to say as far as the wedding is concerned, I think it's, we shared whatever we were happy sharing and comfortable sharing, and I don't think I'd say more than that.
This is a bit of a tricky question, but it's a question I was still going to ask.
Okay.
Because the minute you get married, especially for an actress, the second thing that you ask, even if it's an actor getting married, you don't ask this. But when an actress gets married, the first thing that comes is pregnancy rumors.
Okay.
Like, it's already happened with Anushka recently, where people just went like crazy, going like, she's pregnant,
no.
she's pregnant, she's pregnant. So how would you tackle a question like that when it gets framed for you?
I don't think there's anything to tackle, honestly, because I think as people in the public eye, you're anyway so used to constant speculation. Sometimes things are true, and people probably second guess or sort of, assume something even before you've sort of said it yourself, and sometimes it's absolutely untrue. But that's the nature of the business that we're in. So I don't think there's anything to sort of deal with. It'll happen when it has to happen. I think motherhood is probably Trump being married, and that's what I hear from people who have had children. And of course it'll happen at some point. Yeah. But no, I don't think it's an unfair. I think it's also very, very unfair to put women through that, or put a couple through that.
Because there's so many stereotypes of what happens after marriage.
Sure.
Which still continues.
Sure. I guess the day we stop asking the questions is when we'll actually bring about change.
So, if there's one person or a couple whose 2018 has been spectacular both professionally and personally, it would be you and Ranveer. So, how would you summarize 2018? Like, how would Deepika Padukone summarize her 2018?
Magical. Absolutely magical. I don't think I can think of any other word to sort of summarize every experience and emotion that we've gone through, I think, in the past year. It's just been truly, truly magical.
You've completed more than a decade now in this industry. So again, the journey has seen its ups and downs, and now it's just ups and ups.
I hope so.
So how has that journey been, and along with that, how has it been with Ranveer by your side as well?
It's been a phenomenal journey. I don't think I can sort of look back and regret anything, even a film that hasn't done well. Yeah. I don't think there's a single moment that I regret. And having said that, I'm also very proud of my journey. I'm very happy with with the way my career has shaped up, because I have worked hard to get to where I am. It's not like, entitlement, or it's not like it fell into my lap. I have worked very, very hard. I have faced my share of criticism and, sort of come above all of that. And I don't think that would have been possible without the supportive people around me, my husband, for example, or my parents, who've been supportive of my career right from when I was 17, 18, to allow me to leave home, to go into a new city, be part of a profession where, we didn't know anyone, we didn't know how to go about anything. My friends have been supportive. I've been, I think, very selfish in my friendships with my friends. They've always been there for me, and I have not always been able to be there for them, but the fact that they've never made me feel guilty about it, it's so important to have that support system around you, and I think I'm very fortunate in that sense.
So after Padmaavat, everyone's just been waiting. When are we going to see Deepika on screen?
Next year.
Finally, with Chapak, that's how you pronounce it, because it took me like 10 minutes to put the pronunciation.
I called Meghna, I was like, is it Chapak, Chapak, Chap?
I was going to the exact same thing. But so, how important is it for you? Because it's a story that needs to be told for people to understand the gravity of such a hero. For us, she is a hero. So how important is it for you to say this story, not just as an actor, but also as a woman?
I think it's an important story that needs to be told, period. I don't think it has anything to do with male or female. I think it's about the human spirit. It's about bravery. It's about triumph. And so hopefully we'll be able to bring about social change. And I think the only reason we're able to tell this story is because of brave souls like Lakshmi, who have had the courage to sort of turn their life around and make it something positive. So there's so much more than just the incident itself. Of course, that's one part of the story, but there's so much more to that, about their journey, about their triumph, which I think there's a lot for all of us to learn from.
And finally, since we're entering 2019 and your birthday is on January 5th,
yes,
what are your birthday plans? It's going to be extra special this time.
Yes, it's going to be very, very special. It's because it's a much needed break combined with honeymoon, combined with my first birthday. So it's all of these things combined, and hopefully also the celebration of the success of Simba.
Yes.
So it's all like, we're looking forward to it, but I feel like we have one big task ahead of us, which is this Friday. And so holiday is not really on our minds right now. I think the film is, and we'll think about the holiday after that.
Thank you.
Thank you.